exactly what it's doing and then gives you an example. So much so that I was able to do the second problem, no problem. Look at this. I did this all without anyone knowing. Then I came out and I gave a dissertation on this problem. It was like, hey, yeah, just so you know the difference, one of them is recursive. This one happens to be non-recursive. You know how you know that? There's no dependency in this one. Notice how this is just n-1 up here. It's the function of n. There's this function here. And I was explaining to my son, for those of you, I'm at the top. I know I'm jumping around here. But for those of you that are in programming, the best way to think of this type of operation here, or the way that this functions, no pun intended, is as a variable. I don't know the mathematical term for it, but it's the same idea that you're looking for whatever this equates to. So before you don't know what it is, and the function of n-1, we don't know what that is. But if you know what n is, the number, and you solve for it, so if n was 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, and the function of just 1, we already saw what the answer was. They gave it to us right here. But if you had quotes around this, around the whole thing, including the f, it would be more like a variable name. And because you could have called this, if instead of f1 equals 4, this was John equals 4, the variable John, you could have said John, John equals, when you put it in here, right, it could have just been John, f of John. Anyway, ChatGPT for the win. If you need help understanding something, because I know you could go out there on YouTube, you could get the information, you could find it on the internet and dig around, but this was a very concise way to pull it. Now, if you don't understand it, no, this is a good first step. It's first start into getting it done and helping you remember some of the stuff. I'm out of breath. I'm out of speed. I'm out of gas. Listen to that. But we got it back. All right, that means it's time to get the kiddos up. Make sure they didn't sleep in. But before we do that, let's see. We saw robots falling over. I talked about ChatGPT and helping me with my summary. So, if you're working on your show, you're getting your thing off and going, but it's just you and your team of 13 Jamies, and they're not getting it done for you because they keep getting let go, you go out there and do this. Get it going. And ChatGPT will get you your summaries. ChatGPT helps you become a better parent. Did you know that? I didn't know they coded in better parent into that thing. But here's another final thing. This is what I'm jumping into of the many things that I'm into. Right? ChatGPT, we know he's all over the place, can't get to his point. That's why they like me. Sublimation. Say it with me. Sublimation. It sounds cool. Sublimation. This is something that you can get into, probably cheaper than you think. This is what you use. What sublimation is, it's a process, something about gases turning into liquids and all that. But, here you go. In general, the term that is used to describe the solid to gas transition and refers to the physical change in state only. Okay, what is this? Define it for us. Why do we care? Well, those shirts that you really like that you buy, and if they feel real nice, they have a nice, beautiful graphic on them, a graphic T-shirt, picture of something. Maybe it's Bob Marley, maybe it's Einstein. Really nice picture. Sublimation is one of the ways that they can get that printed on your T-shirt. And with sublimation, you can use. See, what is sublimation for T-shirt printing? There we go. Sublimation shirt printing is a specific process of printing that first involves printing onto a special sheet of paper, then transferring that image onto another material, usually polyester or polyester mix. The ink is then heated until it disintegrates into the fabric. The process of sublimation shirt printing costs more than other methods, but it lasts longer and will not crack or peel over time. Yeah, you can do this on. They may have said this on mouse pads, on. Did I say cups? All right, for best sublimation results, it's best used with polyester materials. Okay, maybe not cups. I might have thrown that out here. Here we go. Can be used on things such as mugs, mouse pads, coasters, and more. Yeah, no, mugs. That's what I said, people. So, what does that mean? How do you get in the game? And what did I say about getting in the game for cheap? Well, if you roll over to Amazon, I want you to look at this. On Amazon, look at how much a sublimation printer costs. This is one of the better ones, this Sawgrass. I've seen this brand around, but $700 for a printer. That's not bad for a good printer, but that is kind of a higher end if you have an old printer laying around. Let me scroll down here and show you. They don't make it for the printer that I have, but maybe you'll get lucky. Look at this, sublimation compatible ink cartridge. This is for a standard inkjet printer. What these cartridges allow you to do is fill them up with sublimation ink. It's a special type of ink. Now, when you do this, you're converting your printer forevermore into a sublimation printer that can make dope t-shirts. It's not going to go back and print regular dumb reports for school anymore. Now you're upgraded. Now you got your own business. For $18 in ink, look at this. You can't even buy real ink for this amount. And this is going to make really cool t-shirts that say Bang Martin, Positivity Empire, Network of International Stars, Empire Member. We got to use the front and the back. Sublimation ink refill. Yeah, look at this. Now, so let's say you don't have this. You don't have this sublimation cartridge. That's $14 minus $1 here. Then you get the ink. You're out $18, depending on where you go for. But if you don't have a printer, let me show you what they recommend. The Eco printers. You can get these over at, why did HP come up? How did I spell that wrong? The Eco Tank. You can go get these at Costco. Oh, this is how you know HP's paying a lot of money. I typed in, is there even an H in here? I guess there's a P, but look down here. Look at all these. HP. They must be paying top dollar to get ahead of Epson. Check out these Eco Tank printers. Maybe I'll get this one right here. It's only $200. Is it really like $80 off? Yeah. These, they come with they're made to be refilled like this. Normally you have to throw the cartridges away and you buy these really expensive cartridges, or you can get them aftermarket that may or may not work. These, they just come with the tank and you refill. You refill these tanks here. But instead, you're going to ruin this printer. By ruin, I mean turn it into a dope t-shirt printing printer by putting in that sublimation ink. All right. So this is the one that I think I'm going to go with, something in the Epson Eco Tank. I heard one knock that I've heard to these. I was standing, basically holding the Epson box to walk outside. I'm doing an open box in Costco, and this guy walks over. He's like, "Hey, don't buy that. It's a huge piece of shit, man." I was like, "What? No, you really?" He's like, "Yeah, man. You can't get them cartridges in the bottom. They don't even sell, man. You got to replace them." I said, "What? Why do I got to replace the cartridge?" That was because you got to clean the thing, man. So I didn't end up getting it. I went with I think I did end up going with an Epson, but it was one with cartridges. And now that I think about it, he might have been paid by the cartridge people to sell me on something that requires non-renewable cartridges. Whoa. Is this a bigger printer? Is this bigger than 8.5 by 11? Or does it just look that way? Yeah, I think it's this. Oh, that's a super tiny printer. Oh, this is the Eco Tank. Price hidden. I was going to say I got to log in. What do I got to know? Jeff Bezos? Oh, there it goes. It popped up. My bad. $700. All right. Well, anyone got $700 laying around, hook it up with the sublimation printer. And that's what I wanted to tell you about. And I got to say, that's all I had. I meant this was going to be a 4-minute video. And it just gets thrown on, man. Chatty Cathy over here. Even my mom's talking to me. She's like, I saw one you did. That was a lot longer than the other ones. I said, yeah, Mom. Get with the program. Most people, I'm guessing, can't even see the lives that I'm doing. I do these live streams, and I assume you just see them. But it turns out I'm just doing them. They're going off into the bit bucket. They're just sitting over there on some YouTube hard drive, never, ever to be seen again. But now I figured out I can go back in and clip them into videos. So when we get the team of Jamies back, I'm just saying I've been in a funk. I got a 3-day weekend coming up. Kids are going to be off for 3 days. There's no one crying. They don't want to go to school. And I think maybe take a little bit more time to meditate on this Jamie sitch. I might get him back. You might see him. You might see a surprise. Hey, for those of you that are worried, you might see a surprise. You might see him coming back. All right? And why don't we go out with a bang? And no pun intended. What'd you say about that Friday payday? You got that money in the bank?
Money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got
couple million, one a trillion, or just a billion. Laying on she's thread counts in the zillions.
Letters of Benjamin's got a minute and a stack of the infinite like some sinister villains coming unlimited.
I'm fitted and kitted, refracted laces of prism, consider propelling down the walls and the ceiling. Just know I got that shit encrypted in triplicate. Got the coins and the silver, man, losing track of all the commas and the zeros. I'm dealing with when looking for the ball, bitch, you thought wrong. Money in the bank, you can bet it's all lost.
money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got.
Gotta stream it loud, digital, listen to me now as we turn it up. You can bet shit be getting wild. Got a couple checks, government shit's already spent 1 trillion fucking stimulus. Paying for the shit like some back rent, leaving one hell of an inheritance. Shit, got your grandkids, paying for this lush new micro leather couch. Dolby surround sound as I listen to myself, listen to the crowd. Got you screaming loud, digital, watch you smile. Money in the bank, can you feel me now? I got that
Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know money in the bank. You I got that money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got your money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. You know I got that money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
da doo da da da, ooh da doo da da da, ooh da doo da da da, ba 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 ba.